What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. I am sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I am sorry, Whack Nation. Not about the video. I'm not sorry about the video. Welcome to A Brutal Truth, because we're going to get right down to brass tacks. But I am sorry. I'm sorry that I told you that I was going to take a break after dropping the bombshell of the video that I did yesterday. Now, for the record, I have unlisted that video because Funcom has finally, after about 24 hours, come out and said officially that it is not intended for the Thralls to use durability, and they have also said that any of the weapon nerfs that are not mentioned in the patch notes are also not intended. However, their patch notes are all messed up. I made a mistake in my video, but they've made a mistake since then. Let's jump all up in this, and we're going to get a little bit crazy because I'm going to show you what I've seen over the last 24 hours and what I've done over the last about 12 hours. So, first of all, let's jump into some weapons, okay? Because that took a ton of my time today, and it's right here on screen right now. So, all of these chests have weapons in them. They have every single weapon that you can name in the game right now. And what I did was the top line here, I spawned in my live version of the dedicated server. And then the second line is the weapons that I spawned in my test live version of the server. Now, for those of you that don't understand how this works, when you augment a weapon, this augment that I have on here, this master weapon kit, it affects the damage and the armor penetration. It also affects the durability negatively. Don't look at the durability, look at the damage and the armor penetration. So what I did was I locked those numbers in place so that when I updated it to test live, they couldn't change. And then I spawned in the same thing, and I added the kit to it again so the numbers would match up. That allowed me to go through every single weapon in game, and yes, every single one of these chests has weapons in it. But that allowed me to narrow it down to this list. This is all the weapons that have had a change to them in test live. So we have all the hammers, or all the thag weapons. We have all the pristine Kahari weapons. We have the daggers of Dagon, all of the dragon bone weapons. We have the hooked sword as well, and there's actually Lemurian weapons that should be in here as well, but I don't have them in here. So the Lemurian axe, the Lemurian shield, the daggers of Dagon, the hooked sword, all those things have had a change in test live. Now, going back to why I'm not going to apologize for the video that I uploaded yesterday, here's the thing. I bring it to you guys. I see it in game. I bring it to you guys. I've done that the entire time. I've always done that. Whether it's in a live stream or a video, when I see it in game, you guys get it as a video. That's been the standard of what I've done throughout my entire career as a Conan YouTuber. Now, what I showed you on yesterday's video with the Thrall durability was just that. I saw it in game and I did it. And yeah, I got pissed about it. Yeah, I got pissed that it was undocumented. And we're going to get into all of that right now because I do this on a regular basis. I upload videos about undocumented information all the time. The most recent video that you guys will remember that I uploaded, I reported first, was the 50 new Thralls being added to the game. Now, the reason why I have become under scrutiny and the reason why Funcom does not like the video that I posted yesterday is because the information is not good for them. Not that, hey, you know, we didn't like it because you were name calling. You called us names, and we don't like it when you call us names. No, No, that's not what it is. It's because what was in the patch didn't look good. I've reported undocumented changes in the game many times. And never have I been called out for jumping the gun, uploading something without confirming it first. But this time I did. I got called out for that. So let's roll through this real quick. So at 9:51 Eastern Standard Time yesterday, there was a tweet that actually went back to Green Ranger, because Green Ranger picked this up and he led the force with the pitchforks about these changes. And Ignatius, he replied to him. He says, "Hey there, and I want you to listen to the verbiage. What is being reported here seems an unintended issue rather than an intentional unannounced change. As such, it's been relayed to the team so they can look into it. Please, in the future, don't jump into conclusions before we can confirm or deny it." And we'll get back to that confirm or deny here momentarily. About an hour later, Firespark says, "Hey Iggy, which change, the weapon nerfs or the Thralls using durability on the weapons, or all of it? I assume you mean the Thralls, but just want to be sure because you didn't state anything specifically. Thanks." The response then from Iggy is, if it is not on the patch notes and it's been reported, it's being considered as a potential bug. Come by the TL Test Live forums or drop us a report on Discord about the weapon changes so it doesn't go unseen in our reports to the team. Now, for the record, I did get involved in a post that reported this on the forums, and the response to that post was, "Hello, person's name, thanks for the heads up. I'll forward this on to our team so they can check it out. Thank you for the ongoing support." No information about whether it's intended or not intended. Now, this is a standard thing for Funcom to do. And the only time you actually get a response from Funcom as whether it's intended or not intended is A, when it comes to live in a patch, in patch notes, you know, hey, that was intended and it actually came out in the game. Look at that. Or if the issue that has been brought up gets enough attention for them to do what they did in this case and scenario. So what I want to do here is I want to jump over to the forums and show you what's transpired in the last 24 hours. So we have this known issues section on the front of the test live. It says durability changes for the Thralls and any lower stats on weapons or armor not mentioned in the patch notes are now confirmed issues that will be addressed in an upcoming hotfix on test live. Hey, great. You know what? Durability for Thralls isn't going to happen. So that's a good thing. But you remember when I said getting an answer out of Funcom isn't easy? Let me roll back to a post I made on March 14th, 2020. And this post is about the captain in Sepamaru. It doesn't spawn. Let's roll down here. This guy thinks it's nerfed away, so it's not a bug. That guy says that. This, you know, so all this stuff. Oh, okay, here we got a response from somebody at Funcom. Let's see what it says. Hey there. We'll poke our team and see if this is intended. Thanks for the heads up. Oh, okay, so I just have to wait to find out whether it's intended or not. Let's scroll down and see. Well, but I've reached the end of the post and I don't know whether this is an intended change or not. Do you get what I'm saying? Unless it gets enough traction, unless enough people go and say, you know what, I want this information too, you don't get an answer. So let's look at what transpired here. As far as, are the Thralls going to get nerfed or not? So this is from a day ago. He says, we'll copy and paste this from a similar, okay, so that one's this one. Hey there, it does seem that the video might have jumped the gun. I jumped the gun and assumed that these are intentional, undocumented changes and announced them as such before reporting them. No, they were reported and it was responded to, hey, thanks for letting us know. We'll forward that on to your team. Wait a minute, do they forward it on and then get back to you on whether that's intent? No, they don't do that. Okay, so, you know, okay. Undocumented changes and announcing them as such before reporting them, again, reported, as a possible issue in a work in progress build on Test Live or awaiting our confirmation. Please, instead of assuming something is intentional in a Test Live build, do report it first or ask if it is at least an oversight in documenting the patch notes. In this case, it does seem to be an issue in the work in progress build for update 2.2, and it has been relayed as such to our QA team pending confirmation. So this post from a day ago does not tell you whether the Thrall durability is intended or not. If we scroll down to 15 hours ago, just to confirm and address some of the misinformation. Durability changes to Thrall's equipment, shields having lower durability, shields not taking stamina damage, and undocumented changes to some items' stats are confirmed issues that are being looked into and being addressed in an upcoming hotfix on Test Live. So let's go back over here, and if we scroll down from the other post, it says, hey there, just to reiterate much more, this is a bug that will be addressed in an upcoming hotfix. It has, but it means it was never confirmed by us to be a bug or nor a stealth nerf. This is neither a change that's coming or but it is a result of a bug that's being investigated now. So I'm going to hold Funcom to that. There will not be a durability loss for Thrall weapons or armor in the future. There it is right there. It is not coming as a change or a feature in the future. So I removed the video. However, they called me out on not reporting undocumented changes. So what I've done is I've gone back over the past year and I have reported every undocumented change that I could think of to make sure that it's not a bug. And we're going to start right here. This one is the pristine Kari weapons that are currently on Test Live. All of them had a damage, armor, penetration, and durability lowered. This is the ancient Lemurian axes and spears and swords. All the Lemurian stuff, the hook sword, the Dagon daggers, all had damage, armor, pen, and durability lowered. Now, we're going to come back over here because somebody said that this was actually in the patch notes. So if we go to balance updates and we come down to here, there should be, yeah, there we go, slightly lowered stats for ancient weapons. Well, let me show you what the ancient weapons are. Let's go back in the game right here, and if we come over here, here's all the ancient weapons. There's an ancient axe, ancient throwing axe, ancient kopes, ancient daggers, ancient two-handed sword, ancient shield, ancient mace, and ancient warhammer. For the record, none of these have changed in game since the change to Test Live. So all of these are perfectly intact. Now, you go ahead and tell me that I'm splitting hairs on this. I'm perfectly fine with that. However, these ancient Lemurian weapons, the Lemurian ones, those weren't mentioned in the patch notes. So we will move on to the other undocumented things. We have the Scythe of Thag, Hammer of Thag, and Mace of Thag, Damon, Armor Pen, and Durability. But I want it to be a very, very good part of the Conan Exiles community. So I put this. I've got the change to Thunderfoot's hit points and armor. I've got the change to the King Rhino's hit points. I've got the change to the Rock Slide's hit points. I've got the change to the gliding joints that nobody ever talked about ever in the entire time of Conan Exiles over the last year, although it was changed and never documented. I've got the change where 50 new Thralls, crafter Thralls, were added to the game. You remember that other time that I made a video where I jumped the gun on something that was not documented in the game? We've got the horse. On horseback, light attacks have a cooldown. I couldn't find anywhere where that was documented. We've got the change to the Sephiroth legendary chest, now dropping legendary weapon repair kits and armor repair kits on a chance basis. And then we've got the change to unlocking legendary chests at any level. That was never communicated. And then we've got the change to the Doomhammer Sharkbite Act of Violence. Those were never communicated, that critical was taken out of the game. The last thing I could find was on the 5th of December 2019 that the critical stat was lowered for all those weapons. And then we've got the nerf to the Silent Legion that they did when they brought the redeemed Silent Legion back, but they never communicated that the Silent Legion was going to get a nerf. We also have the introduction of the white rhinos that are spawning in the exiled lands, because that's very important to make sure that that is not a bug and that was an intended change. Additionally, I went above and beyond the Call of Duty here, and I let them know that the slightly lowered stats for the ancient weapons, yeah, that didn't happen. That's not what happened in game. So everything is covered now, and I feel really, really good about it. I hope you guys get the point that I'm trying to make here. I have covered things for well over a year that have been happening in the Conan Exiles universe. I have never in my entire time covering content for Conan Exiles been berated in the way that I was berated for covering something that they put in game, intended or not. The reason why they came at me the way that they did over the last 24 hours is because this change wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't ugly. It was bad and ugly. But again, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to not report any of it. Not report anything that hasn't been confirmed by Funcom first. So I hope that come Monday, at the end of the day on Monday, because we're on different time cycles, right? They're on one time cycle, I'm on another time cycle. I hope that my list of undocumented changes has received a response that lets me know whether I have the green light to make a video about those specific things. That would be just absolutely fabulous. And I'm going to tell you this, guys, I have worked really, really hard to have a working relationship with Funcom, and it just hasn't worked out. And I don't know that it ever will. I'm perfectly fine being the hated guy at the office. I'm good with it. You know, if that's how it's going to be, if you want to hate on me because I report what's in your game, sorry, not sorry. But that's it, guys. You guys are completely up to speed on what's transpired. Again, to recap, the Thrall durability has been stated. It is not going to happen in the future, whether it was intended, unintended, mishap, miscoded, or anything in between. Wack's been put on a short leash because he obviously doesn't know what to report that they put in game, what not to report that they put in game. So I will have to watch my P's, Q's, R's, and any other adjectives, adverbs, pronoun sentences that come out of my face hole as I'm doing videos covering Conan Exiles in the future. But as a promise to you, I will not change what I've been doing. I will continue to bring you the content you have come to love and respect, because That's who I am. So you'll continue to get the guides. You'll continue to get to see it when I see it in game, just like you were playing it yourself. And if somebody decides that they want to go and report it on the forums of Funcom and throw them a bone, I guess they can do that. For me, I've done what I was going to do. All those posts I just put on the forums, you guys got it. Do what you want with it. You're not likely to see anything else from me on the forums going forward. I just don't have it in me anymore. So, that's all I have for this video, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. You can pick one of the other videos coming up on the screen to watch next. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace. I'd like to give a big shout out to all my YouTube members. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button below that says join. That'll give you all the details. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not subscribed, you can start your free trial today and cancel at any time. Clicking the bell is highly recommended so you get notified when I upload another video.